Okay, my name's Alistair Kimpton and I'm the Logistics Manager for Kirklees Neighbourhood Housing. I'm going to explain a little bit about the PPE operation in Kirklees, how it came about and what we're doing right now. So in the early days of COVID in March this year, obviously the situation was very chaotic and that extended to the PPE situation in Kirklees and in the country as a whole. There was various responses to that chaos and we set about putting a supply chain in place which would mean that we had this PPE that we needed and everyone was protected and safe in those early days. At that point it was being run by Kirklees Council who were procuring and managing the operation. Flights were typically coming in from China and elsewhere into Leeds Bradford and the Army was commissioned to bring the PPE from Leeds Bradford into the West Yorkshire PPE hub, which was being run out of the Queensgate market. We were assisting in that operation, doing a lot of the deliveries and the organising at Queensgate in association with Kirklees Council and Rob Dolby and his team. Round about the beginning of July, when we were coming out of lockdown, obviously markets started to open up and it was deemed that we had to move out of Queensgate. And at that point it was suggested that K&H became part of the running of the operation, and we moved everything to Flint Street, where we are today. We quickly realised that this old garage perhaps wasn't as suitable as we first envisaged for a couple of reasons. One, because it probably wouldn't accommodate all the PPE that we had and was due to arrive. And secondly, we had a lot of storms in the summer and we realised that we had a leaky roof, which we set about repairing. We patched, but on the whole we realised it wasn't the best place to operate from. So we worked with, again with Kirklees Council, the team in assets and PRP to identify a new warehouse. We moved into there in September. It's much better, much more fit for purpose, much larger, and hopefully we'll be able to accommodate the operation for as long as we need it to. So Kirklees Council were doing a great job in a difficult situation. They didn't know when the PPE was arriving. They just had to accommodate all eventualities. We're in a bit more of a mature situation now where the supply chain has settled down. We have all the PPE that we need. We're not really ordering any more. And it's being run by a really capable team of K&H employees who, in association with procurement colleagues and others in the council, have been doing a really good job of keeping the show on the road, making sure that we're supplying all of the services in Kirklees who need PPE with the right amount at the right time, and have really stepped up to the mark. It's not necessarily their day job, and we've had to learn very quickly. But as I say, we've done I think a pretty competent job, and all credit goes to Dave Rose and the rest of the team in the warehouse. Dave has been ably supported by the business support team, who in amongst their other roles have helped us manage deliveries, manage the stock, sorted out all of the admin and the stockpile, help Dave do all the printing and the picking list that he needs in order to keep the operation delivering what it needs to the people. So what we have left here in the Flint Street warehouse is what they call the Local Resilience Forum stockpile. This is various items of PPE which are distributed in an emergency to our 5 partner authorities in West Yorkshire. and they keep their own smaller stockpile, and we act when we need to replenish that in order that no one runs out of the PPE that they need to keep delivering the services to the people of West Yorkshire. So as you can see, we moved into a much more modern and fit for purpose warehouse on the outskirts of Huddersfield. It's airy, it's spacious, it's just what we needed in order to store the PPE that had been at Flint Street and all of the new orders that have arrived since. When we first moved in here, it looked enormous, but we've quickly filled it up to the point where we could do with some more space, if the truth be told. But this is the place where we deliver the whole operation from now, including the back office and the picking and packing and the delivery service that we have. As I said before, we have a really good team of people here which enable the whole operation to work, from the people in the warehouse to the guys who deliver out right across Kirklees and beyond, and also a really capable business support team, both here and working remotely at home. Without them, this really wouldn't have been such a success. So obviously it's difficult to know what the future holds for the PPE operation in Kirklees. I guess the future is tied up with the future course of the epidemic. Hopefully it will mean that this is a short-lived operation. We're planning up till the end of June currently, but obviously that can extend as long as we need it to. In a way, it would be nice to see a lot of PPE remaining unused, because that would mean that the epidemic had been controlled. On the other hand, we do have a lot of PPE in the warehouse should the need arise, and we'll continue to deliver this service as long as the council and other people in Kirklees require it.
What I'd like to do here is serve the public, right, yeah, in this pandemic time, and I'm thinking I'm doing a good job by serving the community and, you know, around. Plus, at the same time, it's helping my mental health as well, because I'm out of the house and I'm working, which I'm blessed for that, thank you very much. And I got really nothing else to say, tell you the truth, apart from I'm grateful to be in this environment, working and helping out all those that I can help.